Takahiro Comic Series Part 2. While Wolverine was attempting to track down Charles Xavier to aid in Daken's recovery, Daken was captured and recruited by Miss Sinister and her partner Sebastian Shaw, who offered to help him regain his memories after they coerced Xavier into triggering the psychic trap implanted in Daken's mind. Miss Sinister attempted to manipulate Daken by implanting false memories of a shared life with her. However, he saw through her falsehood and stabbed her in the abdomen with his claws as he turned his attentions to Xavier. He was stopped by his father, who refused to attack him. Xavier then used Wolverine's memories to show Daken the truth that Romulus was behind Itz's death, and Daken joined his father in seeking revenge against Romulus. During the plan to get Cyber's secrets, however, Daken seemingly betrayed Wolverine to Cyber. After learning Cyber's secrets, Daken apparently killed Cyber, leaving his body to Wolverine. Daken managed to get a piece of his father's Muramasa blade. Nick Fury revealed to Wolverine that he believed Daken was going after the Muramasa blade that Wolverine had left in Cyclops' care. The sword has various mystical properties, including the ability to disable superhuman regenerative powers. Fury believed that Daken intended to have the metal bonded to his bone claws by the Tinkerer who had last been spotted in New York City. Norman Osborn put together a new group of Avengers, of which Daken was a member. Daken agreed to join the Dark Avengers as a way to draw out Cyclops to take the Muramasa blade from his possession. He took the name Wolverine for himself and wore a version of his father's brown and tan costume. Cyclops saw him as a liability and planned to kill him with the Muramasa blade to protect the image of the X-Men. Daken had the Tinkerer coat one of his 3 claws on each hand with the metal of the Muramasa blade that was shattered. Although the blade was really made of a plasmic form disguised as metal, it could be treated as such. The Tinkerer had to anchor Daken's claws to an adamantium sheath, and even then they were not very durable since they couldn't be bonded to him. Wolverine was known for being the most arrogant on the team, going as far as threatening to kill the Sentry if he got in his way. Daken was later requested by the Iron Patriot, Osborn, to be a member of his team of X-Men, and he reluctantly accepted. The Dark Avengers received word that Doctor Doom had been attacked by Morgan Le Fay and went to Latveria on their first mission to assist him. The team was sent back in time, but they defeated Morgan Le Fay and returned to the present. When Spider-Man entered Avengers Tower pretending to be Mac Gargan, he was first ambushed by Daken, who knew he was not Mac via his scent. However, he was eventually incapacitated by Spider-Man after he pummeled Daken and threw him into an electric generator. Daken also became a member of Osborn's Dark X-Men. He also remained on the Dark Avengers team, though he took the Dark X-Men's side in their quarrel with the Dark Avengers. When Bullseye asked him which side he was on, he replied that he always did like playing for both teams. After repeated failed attempts to kill the Punisher, Norman Osborn sent Daken and a platoon of HAMMER troops to complete this mission. After a bloody round of hand-to-hand combat, Daken dismembered and decapitated Castle before kicking his remains from a rooftop. Castle's body parts were collected and spirited away by Maloids, seemingly operating under the protection of Man-Thing. Castle's body was put back together and revived as Franken-Castle. Dr. Bruce Banner lured his alien son Scar into a fight between him and Daken. Daken used his pheromones to calm Scar down, reducing him to his human form. Scar asked Daken to kill him as he was guilty of the destruction he had caused back home, but Wolverine and Banner intervened. The two father-son teams battled, but the fight was stopped when Banner said that Scar had learned his lesson and Daken abruptly left Wolverine behind. Dakin's loyalty to Osborn and true motives remained questionable. This put him at odds with Bullseye and Ares. He secretly assisted the Fantastic Four in breaking into Avengers Tower. They planned to steal incriminating evidence against Norman Osborn while trying to clear their name, but they were foiled by Bullseye. A tape revealing Dakin's true colors was leaked onto the internet, and he was forced to clean up his act. Dakin and Norman's plans backfired and they were both taken out by second-rate villains led by Emmy Doolan. Norman Osborn's plan to improve Dakin's public image had gone horribly wrong, resulting in the deaths of dozens of innocent people. Ms. Marvel, Carla Sofen, tried to psychoanalyze him and assuage her feelings for him, but Dakin rebuked her and Osborn. During Osborn's siege of Asgard, Dakin had visions of killing Osborn forced upon him by Nordic spirits who wished to bring about Ragnarok with Dakin as the vessel. As the Dark Avengers were being arrested, Dakin was the only one who managed to escape by killing and replacing a guard. Dakin was then contacted by his father for help in defeating Romulus. Dakin then betrayed Wolverine and helped Romulus. He was then stabbed by a fake Muramasa blade. Afterward, when Dakin learned that Romulus was going to give Wolverine his empire, he snapped and beat Romulus before Wolverine arrived with Cloak to transport Romulus into the Dark Dimension. Dakin and Wolverine fought each other, until Wolverine was able to defeat and knock out his son, and remove his Muramasa-covered claws from him.